Hello and welcome to the Scoble interviews. On today's programme we're joined by Cleat, President of the UK High Altitude Darts Society. Hello. Hello. So, how did you become involved in high altitude darts? Well, my father and grandfather were both really into darts, so I was brought up playing darts. As I got older, I got into extreme sports, so I looked for a way to make darts more extreme. Is this where the high altitude came in? No, that came later. My first attempt at making darts more extreme was to combine it with downhill mountain biking. However, that resulted in crashes, injuries and many punctures. So I started looking around for other ways to make darts radical, and I discovered high altitude darts. So it already existed. Yes, but more as a joke. The International High Altitude Darts headquarters are in the Netherlands, a country famed for its love of darting, but also for its flatness. It was basically a bunch of drunk students playing darts on stepladders. I remember thinking, just imagine what you could achieve if you took it seriously. So what did you achieve? Well, the High Altitude Darts Society has now had more than 500 members who all strive to push the boundaries of what is possible in the field of high altitude darts. We have 25 national societies who all compete to see who can play darts at the highest altitude. So to set the record, I suppose you just play darts on a plane? No, that isn't allowed at all, isn't it? Why not? Firstly, for safety reasons. The fuselage of a plane is only about 2mm thick aluminium and so could be punctured by a dart, causing explosive decompression. Plus, the International High Altitude Darts Society felt that it went against the spirit of high altitude darts, so instituted a rule that said that it was illegal to play high altitude darts outside of a vehicle. So planes are out then? Yes, although my deputy at the UK High Altitude Darts Society, Trevor, has proposed that a way to get around this embargo would be to use parachutes. So the players and referee would parachute from a plane and then play darts on the way down. Did that work? Actually, we never got to try it as the idea was poo-pooed by the Civil Aviation Authority, who felt that darts falling from 33,000 feet constituted a danger to the public. My deputy Trevor did suggest little parachutes for the darts, but the CAA were intransigent. That's a shame. Well, as the CAA were putting a stop to the idea, we at the UK High Altitude Darts Society released a study that found that dart parachutes would seriously affect the aerodynamic efficiency of the dart. Plus, we would have had to have found 2 players and a referee who were all of the same weight and drag coefficient so that the whole party would have fallen at a similar rate. So, we stopped looking into paradarting and started concentrating on climbing to get the altitude. So how high have you got so far? Well, in the UK we started in Wales with Penny Fan, but it was so packed with ramblers and people taking photos of their legs that there was no room to play darts. So we tried Snowdon and managed to play darts at just over 1,000 metres. A group of Scottish darters got near to the summit of Ben Nevis and recorded a height of 1,051 metres. How does this compare with the rest of the world? A party of French dartiers have claimed to have played darts at 4,513 metres on Mont Blanc. However, this is disputed, as one of the players fell to his death before the game was completed, thereby invalidating the result. Is high altitude darts plagued by lots of controversies? There have been some, yes. 3 years ago, the American High Altitude Darts Society sent a party of darticians to play darts near the summit of Everest at a height of 8,523 metres. Now, the American Society claimed that the trip was a success. However, as the party of dartitorians never returned, as they were apparently lost descending Everest, that claim cannot be verified. This means that the current record holders are disputed. You have mentioned several deaths. According to your own organisation, more than 500 people have been registered as high-altitude darts players, and more than half of them have died from falls whilst participating in high-altitude darts. Can a death toll like that ever be acceptable? It's an extreme sport. You can't get much more extreme than death. Sydney Cleat, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.